Hello, friends. Happy Thursday. I am back, and it's been a couple weeks since I have. Hi, friends. Happy Thursday. I'm back. It's been a couple weeks since I have been on here live. Um, so happy day of giving thanks last week. I did not have power. And the week before, I was actually not feeling well. So I had a pre recorded video for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. And I'm really happy to be back. So today, I'm actually going to be talking about why thoughts become things. And this is going to have everything to do with how results are being created in your life, whether they're good or bad, or however you want to define it. So I'm just going to give you guys first a moment to drop in with me. We're going to take a deep breath just so we can ground in. So if you would like, you can take one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly and just drop into your body. And let's take a deep breath in. And exhale, release the breath out. And again, deep, gentle breath in. And release. And last time, deep breath in. And just take a moment to pause here. Allow your shoulders to relax down. And slowly release your breath. Good. And coming back now. So, all right, today is all about why thoughts become things. And I have been playing with this, we'll say, playing with it, studying it, and really learning to understand the gifts of how transformation works, because there's actually a strategy and a structure for transformation. It all starts with our thoughts. And this is something that I learned originally from my mentor, Mary Morrissey, back in 2017 when I first met her. And it has been quite profound in my own healing and growth and expansion and teaching. And this is a big part of what I teach and study for myself, but also teach to my clients as well. And now to you, my community. So I'm just going to give you guys, just share a little thing here. It's a joke. Let's see how good I can actually do this. So a man and a wife were married for about 30 years. And in the very beginning of their marriage, she would have him go down to the doors and the windows and make sure all the windows and doors were locked, because she had this paranoia that a burglar was going to come into the house and come and steal their things and traumatize them. Well, every day, every night, he would go downstairs and he would lock those windows and he would lock those doors, and that would give her safety and security. 30 years later, a man shows up, a burglar, and the husband had gone downstairs to do his nightly duties and noticed this guy there. This guy looked there, stopped, stunned, and the husband said to him, Listen, you can take whatever you want, but first, can you come upstairs? My wife's been waiting for you. Now, why did I share that joke? I told it pretty well. Why did I share that joke? Because she was waiting for it. When we wait for bad things to happen, bad things are going to happen. If we believe in Murphy's Law that one thing after another can be bad and is going to be bad and it's not going to get better, what do you think is going to happen? So here's the thing. What you focus on grows. What grows becomes real, and what becomes real becomes your experience. And that all starts here with the thought, right? And where do thoughts come from? Well, thoughts come from what we're paying attention to. So observe what you're reading, what, in the newspaper, on media, what you're watching, what kind of news outlets, movies, things like that. What are you focused on? the types of conversations that you're having, the people that you're surrounding yourself with, all of this creates your thoughts. This is what you're focusing your attention on. So if we have low vibrational thoughts, right, which could be the news, which my mentor says CNN is constant negative news, then guess what? Our thoughts are going to become lower in vibration, right? And those thoughts then turn into feelings. Those feelings then turn into actions. Those actions then turn into results. So those results can be good or bad, however you want to define it, right? But that's the thing. This is where we learn to take accountability that crap's not just going to happen to you. You get to choose how you embody these results, because circumstances happen, let's be honest. Situations happen. But how are you going to train yourself to redirect the thoughts? So one of the ideas around this is, in the redirection, is you come to crossroads, you know you're making a conscious or unconscious decision to go down the rabbit hole of the negativity, or you can take a moment to pause and say, how can this support me right now? How can I find some good in this moment, even though it's something really crappy that's happening and going on? So, because we're not going to jump from sadness to joy. It doesn't happen that way. It's like a train moving really, really fast in one direction. You're not just going to stop the train and then get it to go in the other direction at 80 miles an hour. It doesn't work like that. It has to happen in increments. And so this is where the baby steps come in, right? So you change to the best feeling thought that you can in that moment. And then you add another one, and another one, and another one. And eventually you're going to get to that place of joy, of happiness, of gratitude, right? Because you're not going to jump from sadness to joy, like I said. It's going to take some time. But this takes an incredible amount of awareness. And that awareness is key, because without awareness, we can't make changes in our life. Without awareness, we cannot transform our lives into the way that we want. We will continue to go into default mode. And you know what I'm talking about. Autopilot. We're not here to live on autopilot. You're here to override and grow and expand and experience new life in all the ways that you deserve. So just giving you that, I hope that serves you, because it's really simple. This is why thoughts become things. And I just gave you a very important tool on how you can change those thoughts. So I hope you wrote that down, or you can come back to this video and rewatch it, and that can give you some support. And today I'm actually going to be pulling a card from my Archangel deck. And this is the card, I'm going to just say, for the collective, that can support you, support us in the collective over this next week before our next video. And I'm not sure what next week's video is going to be on yet. We'll be announcing that early next week. Okay? All right, give me a second. Let this card come through. I always work with the decks. They serve and support me on a daily basis. Ah, yes. Okay. So it's actually Archangel Michael. I love him. I actually call him in quite frequently in my own personal practice for love and protection and all the things. So this is Crystal Clear Intentions, and he says, be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. So I'm going to say thanks to Archangel Michael for sharing that, because that has everything to do with why thoughts become things, right? It's around the intention. And when we have the intention and we have the faith, right? Because we can't just say something and then not feel it, right? You don't want to say, yeah, I'm fine, I'm happy, I'm great, but on the inside you're feeling you're feeling really low. If you're honest about where you are, that gives you the upper hand to take the next best feeling thought, and you start climbing up the ladder, right? And he just reminded us of this. So it is having that unwavering faith. Excuse my throat. It's been super dry up here in Topanga, and I've been like really struggling with the weather up here and the dryness in the air. It's like 80 degrees here. It's kind of crazy. I'm like, what? It's December. But anyhow, I love you guys so much, and I'm really glad to be back. And I'll be sharing more good stuff. So I'll see you guys next Thursday. We'll let you know what the topic is early next week. And if you have any questions, you guys can always post in here. This is a great time to have Q&A as well. So you're welcome to ask questions, make comments. I really love hearing from you. I love being a part of you, and you a part of me, and a part of this community. And I will see you super soon.